Monday, July the 31st, 2023, I posted Anachronism 4032. It's called The Logic of Coincidences, and it starts with a quote by a saint, or a person I really loved. I didn't even know him when I wrote this. I was mad to think he cared. He was writing that about Paulo Javier, actually, who I really like to, is still around, but that was Kevin Killian. I read an old poem about where you are now, and I go, wow, it's like I knew you when I wrote it, but no, can't be, impossible, which takes the cake, or is the icing. When I see an icicle, I think of the building in the backyard of the house where I grew up. Growing up is supposed to be evolving, right? And of course, literally growing upwards, gaining height and breadth and girth. But Dad would say, as it turns out quite often when I'd come home from graduate school for the holidays or a funeral, you were so much more mature when you were 3. And he was probably right. I like that concept, of course. Conceptually. But icicles also make me think of vampires. Is that weird? So this, as you well know, is how I own a conversation. It is my form of control. This meandering, is that so horrible? I come back to you in time. Just as it turns out, I looked for and sometimes found you years before we met. To believe in fate is daft, removes all control from one's destiny, right? But piecing together each odd moment of serendipity, cataloging every coincidence, even taking into consideration that hindsight is a form of clairvoyance. At what point does this cluster of soothsaying incidents become an anomaly? It doesn't matter if nothing drew us together, or if some unknown law of magnetism gave us no choice but to wind up here, arm in arm, eye to eye, etc. But the point is, I like this point, this moment in time, and am giddy at the mathematics of our trajectory. Our whatever, our ever after.